again. That's right. So got bad news with Jacob's truck. So the engine decided to take a dump on us. We had issues with the lifter, which damaged the cam, damaged the block and everything. So here's pictures of what the lifter looks like, and crankshaft had play as well. Now time for a new engine. That engine was a 6.0. We're gonna end up, we found another block. We're going with the same one, but a bit bigger. So we're gonna end up doing a 370 block. So we got a 370 block, short block, brand new. So we're gonna build that engine. I'm gonna go through all the parts that we actually have, and everything is gonna be done to that engine. So with that being said, let's start looking at all the parts and see what we got. All right, so we got all the parts here. We're gonna start off with these are lifter guides, the trays. So we got trays, lifter trays. We got that. We got obviously the lifters. So we got the lifters as well. Through Texas Speed. Are these lifters? Yeah, these are the lifters. So we got the lifters, Texas Speed. Let me close everything up real good. All right, so lifter trays, the lifters themselves. We got the cam bolts. We got the cam thrust plate. So I'm going with the Summit one. And also, I was having a hard time just finding everything, trying to get everything together. We're trying to build this engine in a week, so less than a week actually. Okay, we got the BTR. What are these? I think these are the rods. Yeah, these are the rods. So we got the BTR rods, the heat treated ones. So we got that. Put all this here. Okay, we also got Melling oil pump. So we ended up going with the 10355 oil pump Melling. It's not the heavy duty one. We didn't go with the heavy duty one. Here are the head gaskets. These are OEM AC Delcos. And also, what else we got here? We got okay, we got the head bolts. All right, so we got the head bolts. We got all that. Let me put all this back. Got that. Got this. Got this. So I'm just glad that we were able to find all these parts in stock. We were nervous that we'd have to wait on a lot of parts and everything. Also, and the cam is here. I got the specs here. Cam is a 238, 246, 629, 615, 109 LSA. That's a Texas Speed cam. So pretty aggressive for a truck. With that being said, we needed to get a stall because the one that was on there had no brand name, no anything. So we ended up getting a stall. But let me keep on going through the parts list, and then I'll get to the stall. All right, so along with that, we also ended up getting this is the main seal plate, gasket, and the seal as well. We did the Valley gasket with the grommets for the knock sensors. We're gonna do a timing chain as well, TSP. By IWIS, something like that. Anyways, but that's for the engine. And since we're gonna be reusing the same heads, we're gonna go ahead and do the valve springs. These are the dual valve springs with the titanium retainers. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. All right. We don't want to run the risk of reusing, because it had those springs on there, but we don't know how old they are. So we're like, let's just go ahead and get new ones, just to play it safe. So we ended up doing that. Okay, and then last but not least, that baby was a pain to find. Luckily, Spike Performance had it, so we ended up picking it up. And this is a 3800 stall. I believe it was a C5, 245 mil, triple disc billet. So we went all out on it. We have everything off already. Might as well just go ahead and knock it out and have everything, have a solid build, you know, and know what we have already. And with anytime you're using a higher stall converter, you need to run a cooling cooling radiator. You you need to be able to cool the oil. So we got it's got an oil cooler aftermarket. So we'll see how well that works. We are running a temperature gauge on it for the trans oil. We'll be on the lookout for that and make sure everything's good. And in case it does kind of warm up a bit or whatever, we'll just end up putting a better oil cooler on there. All right. So Circle D, they provide the hardware. And of course, oh shoot, now it comes with a pen. All right, after paying $1,500, I mean, that's the least they could do. They got the little sleeve. I still got the one off my truck. And they got stickers. And I guess, I don't know, instructions. So they got all that. Let's go ahead and check out this bad boy. Might as well look at it, you know. We already have it here. All right, so that's it right there. That's what a 1500 looks like. All right, so it's a multi-disc 245 3800 stall. So 3800. So that's what it is. It's got the anti-ballooning and a couple other stuff, man. So got the top of the line one. We don't want to be having any issues. We want to be solid on the build. So we ended up going with Circle D. So let's go ahead and take all these parts over to my boy Mario, which he's the builder, and let him do a rundown through what happened and what he's seen on the other block. So let's go. All right, guys, we are dropping off the parts for the truck, and we're gonna see what happened. They were over here at Mario's. Here's the new block. Ahí está. 370. There's all the old stuff right there. So you wanna give it a Mario? You wanna kind of run us through lo que pasó con la troca y qué le encontraste?
So this truck, they had rolled in. It was knocking really bad. It had low pressure. The first thing I do there, when I have a truck that's making noise or oil pressure problems in general, when you drain the oil, it'll tell you a lot about the health of the truck, the motor. So I drained it. I didn't like what I saw. I drained it. There was a lot of metal shavings. So any mechanic would just be like, you know, let's throw money at it. Let's make some money. Let's put an oil pump. Let's put an oil ring, because that's typically what happens when the oil drops. But I don't like to do that. So I just drained the oil. We saw that the oil was, you know, really bad. So I told Caesar, hey man, let's just pull the motor out. Pulled it out, and sure enough, what I found was pretty disturbing, because if we put this motor back, we run the same risk, because the thrust bearing got eaten up. So 8 out of 10 times when the thrust bearing eats up is because the converter balloons. Why does the converter balloon? The biggest thing is too much hydraulic pressure build up from heat. So we're gonna take care of that as well. So sometimes the converter shell, they expand also with the heat. I don't want to deal with the converter. I don't want to risk this new motor. So we're putting a stock converter now. We're getting rid of that one, and we're gonna upgrade this cooler to a TrueCool 40K, so we could drastically drop our temps and prevent, you know, converter ballooning, because excess heat can contribute to that.
Yep.
So we're gonna get rid of all of that. We're gonna assemble that 370 with a nice cam, and instead of having that normal converter, we're going with a 3600 multi-disc billet stock.
Bet. All right, comadre. Yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and he's gonna go ahead and knock that out. You got that lifter, Papa?
I don't know what I did with it. I think I had all the parts here. I don't know what I did with it.
I'll post a picture up here.
Yeah,
so,
I sent a picture.
Here's a picture up here of it. I'll take that out. That's just very disturbing. But I thought everything's out.
So what happened with the lifter? It turned. So that's why it's really important when this motor previously was taken apart by somebody and assembled.
Yeah.
The lifter trays were used. They were reused because when they're like recently installed, like this truck was recently put together by the past owner, you could tell because the trays are like gray and they're not like dark brown.
Yeah.
So these trays were dark brown, like really used, and the lifter turned because the tray, its integrity gave up, structural integrity. So what happens is the lifter will turn, you know, eat the cam and break the roller. So that's another important thing whenever you're doing cam and lifters, put new trays, they're $45. And it'll save you from like a lot of money taking out the motor apart. It won't damage your whole motor, but you will eat your cam, you eat your lifters, and it's a big job to do cam and lifters. Over a $45 tray.
That's true. That's true. So yeah, make sure I check them out, man. And where can they contact you at?
This is Mario's Garage. I'm located on 1416 Matthew Tompkins, Baytown, Texas. My number is 956-312-3429. Aquí para servir todo Houston and surrounding area. Aquí andamos.
Bebé, pues ahí están. Y'all need any work done on your vehicles, LS, lo que sea, LT. Hey, he's the man for the job. So let's go ahead and get all this wrapped up, and hopefully get it back up and going, then get it tuned, and just do the break-in miles on it, and then you know, do a review in a couple of months and see how everything's working. Y a ver qué todo está quedando la pinche troca. Pero ya stay tuned. Okay, so this block we got it at Mark. Y'all make sure y'all check them out. Mark Classic Customs. So I'll put the information below. Y'all check it out. So fully rebuilt block, 0 miles. So we gotta break it in and do the whole wham bam shenanigans stuff type deal. So we'll get it up and going though. ECU, gotta take it to get tuned, get the file uploaded, and just have it ready. Because knowing Mario, nunca se sabe, you might call me tomorrow, ya está lista.
Yeah. Yeah, so here's the process. You have the miles work on the truck?
They do, huh? Yeah.
When you get home, hay que cambiar el aceite otra vez. Because it has to, when you break in, suelta la baba. So when it gets home, change the oil. 300, 500, and 1,000 miles.
What kind of oil?
Right now it's getting broken in with regular convention. 1030, in-house, Morales.
Okay, just regular one. Cheap
oil and filter.
Okay.
You gotta change it porque se tiene que ir saliendo con toda la rebaba. Because once it gets starting to get así pisada, y con toda esa rebaba, it's bad.
Me mandas mensaje, the breakdown para ahorita, para saber.
Yeah. Let's check it. Hello. I wanted it to sit till you guys got here so I could get it up to 10 and check the tranny again.
Yeah. Finally. Sounds funny. Damn, mira.
It turned sideways and it broke the roller when it did it.
Lifter. Todo se cortó. Dang. After forever. Yep. Yeah, you got your oil pressure is all the way up, so that's super high. That's real good. You ain't gotta worry about it dropping low anymore or anything. So here's your trans. Like once you break it in and everything, if it starts warming up or whatever, it's like we'll change it out, but it should be good though. We'll worry about that later on. Like it all, finally picking her up. The idle's funny. But that's just a regular tune that we have on there right now. So just to be able to drive it and do the break-in miles. And after that, then we'll get it fully tuned and should chop and should sound a lot better. Everything will be different. So in the meantime, drive it straight home, do an oil change on it, and drive it a couple more miles and do another oil change and just do the break-in. So about to go ahead and do that right now. Go straight home. All right, guys, so the truck is finally up and going. We just did the oil change on it, break-in oil change. So drove it, I would say about 70 miles, and she's looking nice and healthy. We're gonna keep on doing the break-in, 1,000 miles after that. Then we're gonna take it over to Horsepower or House of Power or something with Caesar, the tuner here in Houston. So we'll take her there, get the final tune on it. But I think before that we're gonna have to do bigger injectors and a fuel pump. So we'll see, because it's not going to be enough fuel with what it has now for the power it's going to make for the 370 block. So with that being said, in the meantime, let's do the break-in, and then we'll worry about everything else later, man. Catch you on the next one. Stay tuned, stay put. What, happy? What, happy as hell. Let's go. And I think he's gonna do the exhaust on it too, because it's real muffled. It's not as loud, and he wants that thing loud as hell. So sounds good. That's just like a regular tune, like a real bass tune. We took the ECU to them, and they just installed it, and just to be able to drive it. It still sounds good. I think it's still chopping. But man, appreciate Mario, appreciate Caesar for uploading that tune, and finally being able to drive her. So